Greetings, everyone. Yasa Kumbali here from Being Human. Incarnational contracts. We all have them. We have to write them so we can incarnate into the third dimension. And they influence our entire reality because it's a contract and it's up to us to keep the contract. Let me show you how this works. This is the Holy Spirit level of consciousness, otherwise known as the soul, or the fifth dimension, and it starts here. So, there's a level of consciousness that is vibrating, creating a frequency resonation at this height or this level of consciousness. And this is the holy level of consciousness. Got the eternal flame in there, so that's the Holy Spirit. Right, we've got that one. Now, this is the fifth. So we come down into the fourth dimension. Here's Yelena. Her outside version is in the third dimension. So we have to, as soon as we take the skin off, we're into the fourth D, right? We go further and further. Fourth D's made of different layers, 12 different layers actually, until we get to the spirit layer. We have the Holy Spirit or soul layer or fifth dimension, all right? It's often known, I think, in quantum physics as the field. Then we'll come down the layers and we'll get to the fourth dimension. And this is a more dense layer. The holy part is up here. This is straight spirit. This is fourth dimension. Up here is Holy Spirit. Down here is straight spirit. So our ancestors, once they pass over, they reside in this layer of consciousness. We all do. When we pass over and we rest in peace, we go up to this layer of consciousness. It's about halfway up the fourth dimension. For us to evolve as a human being, we have to come down to the densest layer. And this is the third dimension. So this is where mum and dad are in solid form. So solid form, height, width, and depth, third dimension. It's time for us to reincarnate and incarnate into the third dimension. Really important thing to remember here is everything on the outside is a reflection of the inside. That's basically a law of thumb. For this person, being you, myself, or anyone else, this is universal law here, so this is universal consciousness. For this being here to devolve into the third dimension and to be part of this reality, the spirit has to have a contract. Just like on the outside. If you want a new job, you have a contract. If you want a new house, a new rental, there's a contract. Buy a car, rent a car. There's a contract because this world is only reflecting what is happening in the fourth dimension. That's all the third dimension is. It's a projection of the fourth dimension. However, we come down here. This being here needs a reason to incarnate in. Wants a purpose. So as soon as the word purpose turns up, seeing this is below the fourth dimension, we're looking at a karmic purpose. because it's built on cause and effect. A karmic purpose in the fourth and third dimension, okay? When we start living our soul purpose, we start evolving up on this layer of consciousness because we're operating on a more holy or light-driven manifestation. Down here is cause and effect. Up here is eternal cause, which means you just do it. It's just like the sun, just like the flame. It beams light. Up here, all you do is beam light and beam the intention of this layer of consciousness. But down here, it's all about cause and effect. Better give you a circle. So this is Bubs in the fourth dimension coming down. It's heard there's going to be a vacancy down here in the third dimension. So here's Mum and her bubble. It's overlapped with Dad and his bubble. This being here has come from spirit land, so it's operating within the spirit reality. These beings down here are in the third dimension, and they have a whole different kind of comprehension or perception of spirit. There's so much confusion and illusion down here that basically all they're trying to do is get a better life, make more money, get a better house. Usual kind of stuff, okay, in the Western world. The spirit of Mum and the spirit of Dad talks to the spirit. These two may be asleep because when we're asleep, our spirit jumps out of us and goes, does spirit work? Fourth dimension. So let's say Mum and Dad are asleep one night and the spirit of Mum jumps out and the spirit of Dad jumps out. These are white. And says to the incoming incarnate, okay, you want to come into our reality? And this being here goes, yes, how can I help? How can I help you in this incarnation? What role can I play? What archetype can I play to help you in this third dimensional incarnation? They are negotiating contract, an incarnational contract. So let's say the mum goes, Dad's really busy. Because seeing this as a spiritual contract, they take in consideration the subconscious coding because it's in the fourth dimension where the spirit is. Dad works a lot. Actually, he works really hard. And instead of just doing double blue, he does treble blue. That means he busts his foo-foo valve at work for whatever reason. You know, it might be to make money for the household, might be whatever and what happens is that he ends up going away to work. And I get lonely. And this spirit goes, oh, wow. So you would really like some emotional support. Yes, she says. Okay, well, that means I'll throw a red mindset. The reason why I have got snakes happening here is because it's coded to the caduceus. The caduceus is a blueprint of our minds. So when I start talking about red snake, I'm talking about the red mindset within the subconscious mind. And when I'm talking about blue snake, I'm talking about the blue mindset within the subconscious matrix. Dad's very blue. He's very practical, functional. Blue people are into power, are in their head. So he's always thinking and doing something for his work. And he leaves me alone. Oh, for me to come into your reality, how about I make a contract to throw a red subconscious mindset. That's the emotional mindset. I will give you emotional support. Nothing tangible, nothing functional, just emotional support. Be a nice person. Say yes. Give you backup. Support you. And the female goes, wow, that'd be really cool. So she goes, okay, I'll come in. It's a she, obviously. Said she. So I'll be born as a baby, and I'll come in on a red subconscious mindset. Oh, that'd be great. So this being here writes a contract in spirit land for mum to throw a red emotional karmic destiny and support mum in an emotional way. So that's with mum. So she goes back to sleep, right? Dad comes back. Dad, you come back. You go to sleep. This one here, who's the hard worker, and they can be pretty rough, these blue people. They have usually got really good intent, but the more blue a person becomes, the more serious, grumpy, and down they get because they are always on a mission. How can I help you? And Dad's spirit goes, well, I'm always working my butt off. Perhaps I could do with some emotional support as well. Perhaps you could come in and give me an emotional interest. You can do something and I'll give you emotional support. And that will take away my blue mindsets. And seeing the red mindset is all about rest and relaxation and calming down. I'll get you to throw a red for me too, please. So now the baby's got in her contract, I have to be red. I have to be emotional. I have to be emotionally supportive. I have to be a nice person. Blue people make all the decisions. It's part of the blue matrix. I'll never decide for myself. I'll wait for them to decide for me. I'll just be here to be the nice person and basically do what I'm told. And seeing it's a red, I'll try and be a happy, vibrant person. And that will be your contract for life. It started before you were even on the planet. Now, let's just shoot things ahead a bit. Now we have an adult female, and she wants to go ahead. The red mindset's got no thing to do with go ahead. It actually thinks in the past because it's always thinking and remembering the past. The contract was for a baby to get into the third dimension. No thing to do with an adult. She wants to get on with her own life. She wants to grow, become something in the future. But she has a karmic contract to be read for her to go into the future and to project, and to make her own decisions. She has to have a certain amount of blue in her subconscious mindset. But she has a contract to stay red because the original contract was for keep mum happy, emotional support, and give dad some rest and relaxation. That's what a contract does. And until you change the contract, this person here has a compulsory contract to keep, and that is emotional support. No thing blue. These contracts can be changed like all contracts. You know, you buy a house, negotiate the contract as time goes on. You see sports people negotiate contracts, politicians. Contracts are there for a base. You work from there. And then you start negotiating if you want a change of contract. You can change these incarnational contracts. We change people's incarnational contracts. If you need a hand to change your spirit contract, get hold of us on Being Human, because these contracts are massive. They will influence your home reality, your relation dynamics, your work, your rest and relax, every aspect of your reality. This contract is going to play in. We're back up in spirit land, which is halfway up the fourth dimension. The fourth dimension, which is spirit, is sliced up into 12 different layers, or octaves, or realms, whatever works for you. Imagine this as a multi-story building, and there are 12 levels of consciousness. Within the whole 12-story building, everything's working and alive, but you can go into every single story or level and it has its own world. Well, when we pass over, when a human, better get another one, when a human passes over, rest in peace, they go up to the fourth and fifth octave of the fourth dimension. So they go halfway up. You have to get right up to the top into the 13th story before you start getting to the layer of holiness. Now, this could be known as the Christed layer. 50 is pretty good. The rules change up here. It is not so karmic. All the karma in the chaos happens underneath. We're back up here. You want to come in? From what we understand, the spirit of the father goes up and communicates with the daughters, and the spirit of the mother goes up and communicates with the sons. The spirit hears, oh, there's a vacancy going on, which is 1 o'clock on the Ouroboros. I'll go down and see what's going on. Anyway, again, they have, these two are asleep, and the spirit of the mum and the spirit of the dad go, we do have an incarnation vacancy turning up. Would you like to be our child? Wow, that'd be good. What can I do to help you out? Well, we're just married. And we don't have any children yet. And we're working really hard. We'd like a help. Oh, okay. Yeah. So mum throws a double blue. Dad's throwing a double blue. They might have their own career, or they might share a business together, or however that works. We need a hand. Oh, okay. So that means for me to incarnate in, you want me to grow up to be a practical, functional, maybe intelligent person to help you out here. Yeah, that'd be great. Okay. So this being here writes the contract, a blue contract. Righto. I'll help mum and dad out by doing functional, structural, blue things. Might be working on the car, might be working on the property, might be handy around the house. Dad might be a builder. Dad might be a tradesman. Okay, well, I'll become a tradesman so I can help you out. The incarnation contract is a blue one. So the baby is born, and as it grows up, it starts taking on. If it's a he, let's say it's a he this time. It can be both. It can even be a 50-50. Doesn't make any difference. I'll download Dad's programs so I can be a tradesman like him, or I can have a mindset like him. Okay. And I'll download Mum because we have to anyway, because when we incarnate in, we take on Mum's programming and Dad's programming. You know how these circles are like that? Well, they join and we become them. So as this child grows up and it's a male, so we better make sure he's a lumpy one. This man here, for the rest of his life, is programmed to throw a blue. So the mindset is love. If I love you, Mum and Dad, I'm going to throw a blue and help you tangibly, not look after you emotionally. My contract is to make sure to look after you tangibly, think for you, make your decisions for you, build for you, repair for you, fix for you, make new things and provide for you. Where's the red? Oh no, there's no red there. My contract is blue. In fact, I probably have no idea how to throw a good emotion. If you're happy, I'll be happy. That'll be my sign. If we have children and the children are happy, I'll be happy. So I'll live my life in a mental, practical, functional way so I can provide everything my kids need to make them happy. Yes, but what about the red stuff that's rest and relaxation and put your feet up and actually take it easy? Oh, no, this is a blue contract. And whenever I come into a person that my subconscious thinks is my mother, who is my main female, so that's mother, girlfriend, partner, companion, fiance, wife, I will throw a blue to you, and that will show you my love. So I'll fix anything you want, I'll build anything you want. Not a hell of a lot of emotion in there, because the blue lives in the head. So this is a blue contract. And for Dad, Dad just wants help. Yeah, but Dad, is there any heart connection between you and I? No, no, not really. As long as we can build things together and fix things up and be blue. So this person here, their incarnation contract, they have to throw a strong blue reality to be on the planet, to evolve past this. Any of these karmic purposes, first we have to understand what the hell the deal is. We have to be able to see it, to be aware of it. Awareness is huge. Have to be aware of far out. Every time I go to this person, I really enjoy their company and I'd like to be, kind of close with them. I'll throw double blue. I'll fix what's broken. I'll be practical. I'll come and build them this and do that for the rest of your life. We'll try another one. This is a good one. This one here, there's so many different kinds of blanking contracts. There you go. Let's just say Mum and Dad have had a few kids. Yep. Yeah. This being here is due to incarnate in. Yeah, okay. So the spirit of Mum and Dad come out. We have a vacancy. Oh, okay. What's the kind of contract how can I be of service? It's a very good sentence. How can I be of service? Well, Mum says, I've got a lot of children, according to my perception. I need a hand. So when you grow up, perhaps you can start looking after some of these children. Or the spirit may know, hey, I've got another 2 children coming down the track. I need someone to give me a hand with those extra children. I've already got 3. Dad goes, forget about me. I'm busy throwing a blue trying to hold everything up. So if you can come in and help mum and perhaps help me every now and again, that'd be good. Okay. So you want me to come in as a female. Again, this makes no difference whether it's a male, female, 50-50, whatever. And we'll write a contract out that I'll come in and I'll be the babysitter. And I'll look after the children. So that means not only will I look after the children, I'll look after the family pets, I'll look after the children. When I grow up to be an adult, I'll become perhaps a preschool teacher. I might become a teacher, somehow looking after children for the rest of my life. Yeah, that'd be really good. We need you to have a really nice red matrix, but underneath that, I need you to have a double blue to keep a good, strong structure to help the kids out, bedtime, dinner time, all kinds of different times. And I need a nice red, happy face on top of it. But underneath it, you're going to be busy as because I'm having trouble with keeping so many children. Okay. So the the incarnational contract is written out, and that's how it works. There's so much going on here. When this person writes the contract out, the spirit writes, it organizes 12 different lifetimes to help him or her out in this incarnation. This is our karmic purpose. This is so we can get into this reality. It's a contract. It lasts the whole incarnation. These contracts can be rewritten. We do that here. If you want to get out of your incarnational contract, to give you a bit of space, because what will happen is that this contract will limit you to a certain archetype, and there's 12 main archetypes and there's heaps of sub-archetypes. It's going to limit you to a particular archetype. It's going to limit you to a particular mindset. If you're going to be red, you're going to be emotional support. And if you ever want to do anything tangible with your life, you will not have the contract for that. If you are a blue person, that means you have to be intellectual, think, make the decisions, and be quite cold and serious about everything. What happens if you want to lighten up? Get some warmth in your heart and actually show some love and appreciation in a red way, which is in an emotional way. Go for a walk along the beach. Go to the movies. Let's just have a nice time together. We'll go out for a meal and share some red, non-practical time. Just time where we can feel and get to know each other. But if you're a blue person, you'll go out for a meal because you've got a deal to do or you've got some network. There'll be a purpose in there. That's karma. This is all karma. See how busy that is? You got another 12 past lives over here, right? You got the soul. Now the soul organizes all this because it operates on this layer. So it's organizing all this down here. And it also knows that you're going to be oblivious of all this until one day, one time, somehow you're going to find out that, there's two different layers of existence. There's a spirit layer, which is in the fourth dimension. Below that is the third dimension. And then we've got the fifth dimension, which is the Holy Spirit up here, trying to get you to have all these different incarnations. So one day you're going to wake up and go, wow, time to wake up, time to get myself out of this, go past the spiritual layer, which is fourth dimension, and integrate the fifth dimension. From here, I can use this as a catapult into all different layers of consciousness. But first, I have to wake up down here, find out what's going on, rewrite my contracts, which is really cool, because I'll tell you what we do. We take the limitation of the karmic contract out, and we put the energy of that in its place. So all of a sudden, instead of having a fourth dimensional contract, which is limited, suppressive, all those cool things, and we put that on the contract. So that means your purpose starts evolving from the karmic purpose to the divine purpose or soul purpose. And that will just turn you into the ideal. It will not turn you into the idol. It will turn you into the ideal person. For you, not for me, not for anyone else. You will start becoming you. You will start becoming the authentic you on a soul level. This does not mean that you're going to start following a dogma or giving your power away to other people or to other franchises. You keep your power, because this is your power. This is number 13. Everything down here is 12. Up here, you start at number 13. That's why Jesus was number 13 at the Last Supper. 12 is down here. He's up here. His consciousness is up here. So that's how we rewrite your contract. Not only do we change it, but we have to fill the voids. And we fill the voids with your eternal flame, which stands for your soul, Holy Spirit, and you start living that reality. So many different kinds of contracts. There's intellectual contracts. There's ones to help mum out because dad's violent. So the child will take on the contract. Dad, you can vent on me to stop you from being violent to mum. You can be violent to me. All kinds of things. You've got ones that mum is not very loving dad, so I'll come in and I'll be the loving one while mum is busy doing all the blue stuff. I'll throw a double red for you, Dad, and give you the red energy, because there's all different kind of angles to this. Point is, it's an incarnational contract. They can be rewritten, and it changes everyone's life. Because if you've got a contract to be in a particular way, it's binding. Especially when you're in the third dimension, because this contract is written in the fourth dimension, so it's more powerful than the third, and it's stuck in your subconscious mind. The reason why you're down here is because of this. Always remember that. Thank goodness there's light at the end of the tunnel and you can change the contracts. Totally get it when you're a child. Cool. But when you're an adult, things change. And until we change or rewrite the contract, your mind, your spirit and your subconscious mind resides over your entire life. Magic. Okay, everyone. Well, as per usual, leave a message if you're interested. If you need a hand to clear these incarnational contracts, get hold of us. Makes a huge change. Okay, everyone. Well, welcome to awareness. Yahoo. Laters.